Well, I promised the SOJ and doing a commentary on that, and we will get to that, and that is going to be way more fun. But it's a work video, so I'm still trudging through Nora's 3 hour whatever it is. I'm trying to figure out what the focus was. I guess the focus was to destroy Zero Dark Tony, and that was the main subject because he drifts in and out. I mean, I make a guest appearance, but we've covered that. All right, so what roughly happened? Well, Jason Bateman shows up. I like Jason Bateman, and he had a funny story about how he accidentally entered a Scientology Christmas event and was like, "Oh, it's Christmas. Oh, wait, it's not Christmas." That's making the rounds. That's gone viral. That was pretty funny, which is a good sign that, yeah, you can just joke about Scientology openly, even in Hollywood. Yeah, there are a few Scientologists in Hollywood, but this other one was a little bit more weird with Jude Law. Now, that was not technically Nora. Apparently, DOA decided to annoy Jude Law, but he was not phased and said, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." That's what you got to say about Hollywood. You got to develop a little tolerance, which Nora should learn about because, oh man, okay. Well, let's start off with a highlight where I'm going to be positive and where I will. Well, it's not exactly fact correct because I made clear. Well, I'm looking at this part of the video. So in the first 2 hours, she had this weird harebrained conspiracy where Zero Dark Tony did not talk about or criticize Mike Rinder or do like a scandal video on him. And I know for a fact this was wrong because I looked at it. And so, she lied and got things really wrong. But to give her credit, when she was looking up something on Zero Dark Tony, she noticed, oh, he did do a Mike Rinder video. Also, she admitted that, oh, okay, he hasn't done anything on Claire. Oh, you did something on Claire. And then, of course, Nora tried to shrug it off, saying, well, yeah, I got it wrong. I got two things wrong, but, it's okay. No, Nora, it's not okay. If you have a conspiracy theory and several key things are wrong, well, you either abandon the theory or you rethink your methodology, but you don't say it's just fine. Listen, I'm tolerant of conspiracy theories. I like Oliver Stone. I've heard Oliver Stone speak. And listen, even Stone will say, yes, I think conspiracies are real. I also think accidents are real too. Accidents do happen. You got to be reasonable when you're putting out conspiracy theories. If you just believe every single conspiracy, it's not going to go anywhere because sometimes the conspiracy theories conflict. You got to try to do a good job shifting through the evidence. But there you go. But give her credit. She did acknowledge she was wrong and then just try to laugh it off like, I was wrong. That's okay, guys. I'm here to educate. And then well, a lot of this was just wasting time because she tried to find this video. And again, I saw this one too. So I'm just going from memory, right? I don't have it saved on my own laptop. So, I'm going to try to look it up and I'll be fair. I do think this is real, though I think she misinterpreted the video. So what's going on? Well, that's Streets LA, who I'm putting in the title. So what happened is Streets LA, I think this is last year. Zero Dark Tony went to, I think this is when they were protesting the Hollywood Center, whatever. Anyway, so Zero Dark Tony was there near the protesters. And again, at this point, they're not really hostile to one another. So Streets just goes up to him to make fun of him and mock him. And Streets asks him, oh, I've heard from reliable sources, you're a Scientologist. And Zero Dark Tony's like, no, not a Scientologist. Oh, but I heard from very, very reliable. He's like, no, I'm not a Scientologist. Now, before I would have been nice and would not have speculated, but I think it's pretty obvious who that reliable source is. So it's probably Drumbeat. Yeah, it's probably Aaron Smith-Levin. So probably Aaron talking to Streets said, yeah, you need to go out. Yeah, he's OSA's. It's like, oh, that's very interesting. I'll confront him on that. Now, what's really weird is when you think about it, it could be literally the case that Nora gave this information to Aaron because she did this investigation, which was stupid, trying to trace Zero Dark Tony's money and said, well, he's getting money from this, which gets money from this, which gets money from Rolling Stone, which is connected to this, which is connected to Scientology. Oh, yeah, that's her great Batman skills. You can connect 6 dots together. Like, oh, there we go. Well, listen, by that logic, I work for Bill Gates, right? Because, let's see, I bought a computer which has a Windows program. Windows is owned by Bill. Oh my God, I'm Bill Gates' brother. Yeah, it's that kind of methodology, so it's really silly. However, this video is real. But Nora, being lazy, just went to the shorts and just kept looking and looking and looking and didn't find. And it's hilarious. She just searched for like 5 to 10 minutes and then said, oh, okay, I give up. That's it. So she just did 10 minutes of looking at Streets LA and his channel and just gave up. That's an actual section of this video. Yeah, so very low effort with the content creation, but hey, she has more subscribers than me, so maybe I should just do that too. I'll just scan other people's channels. Like, is it there? Is the short there? Is the Zero Dark Tony video there? No, no. Okay, all right. Let me look here. No, no, no. Let me look here. No, it's not. Okay, guys, we're moving on. We're moving on. We're gonna move it on. But I don't believe that's what even Streets LA claimed. He just confronted Zero Dark Tony, asked the question. I don't think he had, at least in that video, he presented no evidence. He just accused Zero Dark Tony of the Scientology. And Zero Dark Tony's like, no, no. Now, I've heard suspicious things about Zero Dark Tony and the Scientologists, but at this moment, I cannot confirm that, so I want to be very careful there. But yeah, as far as I remember, yeah, Streets did speak to Zero Dark Tony one-to-one and asked the question, and Zero Dark Tony was like, no, no. By the way, if Nora does have this devastating evidence, why do you need Streets LA? Why would you use that video? Just present the evidence. I don't understand that. I really don't. But anyway, my reconstruction of that video is, yes, they had a confrontation, but he just asked the question. He didn't have any proof, at least in that video. Now, has Streets LA updated his database? I don't know. I will double check and triple check in. I mean, Streets is a weird guy in a weird place now because a lot of the videos now are just not him currently protesting. It's clipping himself. Like, I was really stunned going to his channel. Just, this was a while back, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is like, oh, this is his old stuff. And here's another video. Wait, this is the other video, and this is old too, and that's old and old. Hey, listen, it's a scam, but hey, if he can get away with it, I'm really not faulting him. I'll just learn from him. Like, let me put out some very long form videos and then chop them up, make them small, and resell them as, quote, new content. But yeah, he's been much more sporadic about creating new content recently. It's very weird. But that was Nora's review. I was wrong. I made a mistake. Look at Zero Dark Tony. Look at Jude Law. Look at Jason Bateman. And that was the second hour, or roughly hour 1 to 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm going to trek through the last hour. And there we go. So, but it was really just a complete waste of time, as I said, because you devoted about 2 hours to the conspiracy theory. You admitted by the second hour you were wrong. Well, what did we accomplish? Well, I guess she insulted me. Hey, there you go, if you want to see that. She lied about the McLauries again, but she's been doing that for years. So yeah, very repetitious. I mean, to be fair to her, she did go through some L-Run stuff and the propaganda, and I don't even know why she's mocking that, because that's basically Sun Tzu. I mean, I get it that Nora's not very cultured and she's, kind of dumb. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm just saying she is literally very illiterate. Yeah, a lot of this is just Sun Tzu, and these are wise words. I mean, I'm not going to do the deep dive here, but the reason people look at Art of War and Sun Tzu is it actually works. It's actually been put into practice, and real people in real life, like Mao and Che Guevara, as well as the U.S. military, have used it. It is an effective military manual. It's actually very interesting. It's not what people would think either. It's not like he goes through a lot about even weapons or things. It's really more about kind of psychological motivations, having the right attitude. It's a very interesting book. It's very, very curious. And I know a little Chinese, so I want to really seriously study it when I get a chance. But yeah, I mean, her whole mocking of Elrond here, it's like, well, you can mock him for just borrowing and blatantly copying Sun Tzu, but that just makes yourself look foolish. It's like, yeah, even her big thing, Elrond is saying, oh, fight on their own territory. That shows his evil. No, that's just basic. And so Sun Tzu's like, well, why do all the work? Let the enemy defeat himself or herself. Right. Like now it's like, yeah, that's common sense. Do that. I don't know. But so yeah, curiosity, I guess. And listen, what am I going to say about Zero Dark Tony? He does read a few books. So I'm guessing like that's not Nora's big conspiracy connection. It turns out Zero Dark Tony also reads Sun Tzu. Coincidence? I don't know. I mean, is she scared of books? Scared of libraries? Bookstores? I mean, I get it. She probably doesn't have great memories from Starbucks because, she was serving people, but calm down, get back to basics. Unfortunately with her, I'm not even joking. I guess retrain yourself with the alphabet. Read a little bit, like more than just 2 web pages. I know it's hard, but start. But Art of War is a little too advanced for her. So, go back to Dr. Seuss or something. Green Eggs and Ham, and start slowly. Because, yeah, this was a long way to nowhere. And there we are with the Disrupt video, at least 2/3, but we'll get through the last third. And there we are.